In this session here, we're going to discuss how to enter a vehicle to a contact. So I'm going to go over to my contacts. First of all, to enter a vehicle, I will need to find the contact I want to attach it to. So let's go look for Mr. Smith here. And we're going to use Smith Electric. So once I find that contact, I'm going to simply left click, right click. Now you'll notice that my features here, add, edit, add vehicle, and delete, are the same up here at the top. So you can do it either way, whichever you prefer. So to add a vehicle, you'll notice when I hit that or hover my mouse on it, that you're going to get a little drop down here that has two choices. So why do we have two choices here? Well, add service item would be for a non-standard item that we're working on. We do get a lot of people that work on generators, gas compressors. You might be working on a boat, maybe their lawnmower. Who knows? You can call it anything you want here. So if I say, well, hey, I'm going to call it the lawn mower. There we go. Oops, probably have to spell it right. Put in your description if you like. You know, hey, maybe it's a Toro mower or something like that. You can even use this usage. Usage would typically be used for mileage or hours. Maybe you're tracking hours, you're doing a generator or something like that. You can put in a production date if you like. No email, no postcard. Hey, they don't want you sending any marketing stuff to them about this lawnmower. Okay. And you can put notes in. Now details back here. I can even track first and last invoice, how much money they spent on the lawnmower. Discounts. We can override the contact card and have maybe a specific rate or something. Okay. You can also use the profiles or just flat discounts, just like we could on a contact card. Anytime I do it on a vehicle or a service item, this overrides the contact card discounts. And then invoices, history, reminder, and any work that we priced out but they deferred. And once it's in, just hit save. Now I can go over here and search for the lawnmower. See? And there it is. Don't use that too often, but if you need it, it's very handy. Most of the time, it's going to be add vehicle. Now, if you're using Carfax, then it actually gets a little bit easier to enter a vehicle because all you simply have to do is enter the license plate, tell the system where it's from, the registration, you hit the binoculars, and it'll go search for it. Here's the key to doing this. Our goal here when we enter a vehicle is to get the system to recognize the vehicle. How it tells you it recognizes the vehicle is it will automatically put a check mark in this use catalog box. Okay. Now what that does, once it does that, is it actually turns on the internal cataloging. So there's a lot of internal cataloging built in here. So you're going to have any online suppliers. You're going to have a labor guide, factory service intervals, fluid capacities, tire fitment guide, things like that. So it's kind of key to entering your vehicles. Now, the cataloging truly only works up to a 1-ton vehicle. If you're putting medium duty, heavy duty in, stuff like that, you may recognize it, but you won't get any cataloging for it. Okay. So let's go try a couple ideas here. Let's see. We're going to put a license plate in, see what happens. Now, this particular plate happens to come from the United States. So I'm going to go down here. We'll find it. It's Texas. I hit my binoculars. So this Texas plate comes back with this VIN. It's decoded by Epicor as a 2008 Dodge Ram 6.7. Notice it does not tell me exactly which trim package it is, or is it Canadian or US? Now the system can't tell you that. You have to actually look at the vehicle. Okay. Now if I say, well, this is a US model, and I hover my mouse, you see I get a little bit more detail. I click it, and I hit OK. So it brings everything back to the vehicle card, checks the box. So if I click here, there's the base specifications it's going to use. So what if I don't have a plate at all? If I don't have a plate at all, type in something. It's going to be required. Okay. Type in the VIN. Run the VIN decoder here. And then select from here. What if I don't have a VIN? Then I come here, click on the car, the little blue car. And then once I get here, I can pick year, make, model, submodel. Okay. Typically, you might have to use this on something, maybe a newer vehicle. Maybe it's not coming across on the Carfax yet, or the VIN code. And usually when you get into older vehicles. Now this does go back quite a ways. It actually goes back to 1896 if you need to. And if you ever work on one of these, let me know. Okay. But you can do that. So one of these three, license plate, VIN, look up here. So let me go put that license plate back in. Now, unit ID. Well, maybe you're working on a fleet vehicle. Got a unit ID. Odometer, put in your odometer. Here's your color. Remember the smart labels. You can pick a color here if you want. Production date, if you want to put in a production date, you can, no postcard, no email, and notes. So again, notes that go here do not print on anything. Do not print on anything. One nice feature about the Carfax, though, is being able to pull service history. So let's just go run that again real quick. Okay. So when I go to service history, now I'm going to see what's been reported to Carfax for service. This is exactly what Carfax is getting from you. They're going to get the date, the mileage, what service was performed. There's no other details. No other details. So they're not going to have anything in here. And you can kind of scroll through here, and you can also print this off. Another nice feature in the Carfax here too is that if there is an open recall on a vehicle, it will be at the top. It'll be the very first thing, and it will be in red background. So details. Again, first and last invoice, lifetime spending, average RO. This estimated usage, it kind of looks at the mileage in between the invoices to try to plot you out a little graph here, give you an idea how many miles you're going. Now, sometimes you get off on mileage, you can hit rebuild and it'll just kind of go through that algorithm again and restructure this. Discounts, you can override the contact. Now, this vehicle happens to be a diesel. So what am I going to do? I'm going to say, well, I want to use the diesel rate on this one. See, now it's going to override the contact card and use that rate. Again, you get your profiles, discounts, and then this also has to do with inventory and parts. So we're going to save it, and now we have our vehicle in here. So if I wish to search for a vehicle, I can search by any 3 digits or more. So if I do 3 digits, 4 digits, 5 digits, it's going to look for it by plate. If I do 6 digits or more, it's going to look for the VIN also. So if I just type in KBX, for example, that's what's going to pull up. If I type in 6 or more, see, now it pulls it again. Oh, look, that vehicle's already in the system. We'll have to talk about that in the next session, how to handle that. So what if I want to search by unit number? Well, then I can search by unit number. Now you'll notice when I do this, I'm searching for unit 10, and there's a lot of 10s in here, right? So if I happen to have a lot of fleets that come in, it might have the same unit numbers. So you have the capability in the first box of typing in the name of the fleet. So I'm looking for Smith 10. You see how it kind of breaks it down a little bit better. So it makes it easier to search. Easier to search. So that's how to enter a service item and how to enter a vehicle, set them up, and you're ready to go.